Death, the undeniable force of nature that every creature has to face. Every living being will die one day. It's a physical and biological limit that we has as a species, not just we, but every single living thing that exists on Earth has a limit how long it will last. And so the basic concept of that we know is that we die, end of everything. And whenever there is a topic about that, many people are afraid of exploring that. Is that like most of the people don't really actually understand what it means to die, what it means to death, people are like, yeah, if you are a believer, if you believe in God, then yeah, there is a hell, heaven and everything, there's afterlife, and that's completely fine with me, that whatever you want to believe you can believe. And it would be end of the debate if we are talking with a religious person, because for you heaven exists, so yeah, you will go to heaven for sure, so it's all good for you. But as a person, as a human, if you don't believe in, even if you believe in God, still you are afraid of that. Why? Like, what's this fear that we have, like, that even though we never experience that, like that can only be happen with you once, like once you're dead, you are dead, like, yeah, you can argue that we have seen so many people die, so we are afraid of that. But if we are talking in more practical sense, that yeah, we are afraid of cutting our finger with maybe a knife or something we are doing, like we are afraid of being we are afraid of fall down, like, so the how does the fear how does we actually fear something, it's like when we, like, if I stumble upon a rock and I kind of hurt my knee or maybe the elbow, then I would be like, yeah, this thing hurts and I don't want to experience that again. So this is the physical aspect of fear, that we kind of experience something and then we fear. It's not like that you have to experience every single pain in order to understand what it means, but it's like we see other people that do suffer from the injuries and then we are like, yeah, that thing hurts. So that's how we develop fear. But about that, we never really know how does it feel. It's just people die and they can't explain what it feels like, what it means. And it's like we like people don't understand what is death and still so afraid of it. And even if you are a believer, even if you believe there is a hell, heaven, still you are afraid. Like, why? Like, why does it have to be so bad? In sense of like, like if we are talking a broad term, that death is what gives the meaning of life. Like, if there is if I put you in a place where there is infinite time, you won't die, then you wouldn't have any motivation for your life. You would just lay down all day, you wouldn't do anything, you wouldn't have motivation, you wouldn't be able to do anything. It's like, even if you are a curious being, then you would be able to finish all the things like you want to, like, but what then, we would just be so fucked that it's like the time is infinite and you don't have to do anything. It's like that you doesn't have a borderline. It's like you can keep delaying the things that you want to do, like there is no meaning. If you don't die, there is no meaning. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you have an assignment in, for example, if you have an assignment that you have to finish in next week and on a Monday, and the sir will check the assignment and everything, right? So without the deadline, you'd never finish your assignment. Like if sir didn't give you the deadline, you would never even start to write assignment. You would never finish your assignment. It's like pointless. Like you have infinite time. It's like, so why do it now? It's like you would keep delaying and it will. It's like this kind of a cycle, this kind of loop, that without deadline you wouldn't be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like hard to explain through words right now, but I think if you just think about it without time, everything is meaningless. Like, if you don't die, what you're gonna do? It's like, and also there's a question where it's like, what would you choose? Either live infinitely, like live forever, or die within 24 hours. So, like 60 to 70% of people would like immediately pick the infinite life forever. Like, don't they even think, like just imagine that you choose that, then you will never die, right? So what you're gonna do? Like definitely the first few years are not gonna be like you're gonna just do lots of things. Like, let's say you start to explore new places, the world. You would travel the entire world in few decades. Then you will learn every language if you want to, and you will experience all the experience that life has to offer. Then you would travel the world, everything. You would do so many things. You can accomplish every single thing that the world has it for you. You would learn everything. You would read everything. You would know about everything. You would travel everything. You would know every language. You would whatever. You would go to every single ride that has been ever created. It's like, but at some point you would be bored. At some point you would be like able to, at some point you would have done everything. And then what? And also there's the other part that everyone you loved will die, but you won't die. You would just live, and you would have that depression, anxiety, the sadness, the sorrow in your brain that everyone you love, everyone you know from the day of your birth is dead. And even if you form a new connection, friends and everything, they will die too, but you won't die. After few centuries, you would lonely, you would left lonely, and you would be so depressed that you wanna die, but you wouldn't be able to because you choose that forever life, and this would put you in a so much meaningless life that there is no point of it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if you have that choice, like to live 2 centuries, that would be great because in that you can achieve so many things. But like live forever, that's absurd. You would mentally die. And it's like there is a certain there is a limit to a human being how long can they live. Like the average expectancy of life in today's time is, it also depends upon the environment and where you live, but it's more like 70 to 80 years. This is the biological physical limit of ourselves, that this is how long we would live. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like we have that limit that someday we are gonna get old, someday the life's gonna end. So that's the driving force that we have to achieve everything. That's how we are like, let's do this. Now we are gonna secure the job, we are gonna experience things, we are gonna travel, we are gonna form relationship, we are gonna do this and that and all that. Now we are gonna like, we want to live meaningful life as long as we have this healthy body, as long as we are capable of. Like 16-year-old man or woman wouldn't be able to climb a tree, like wouldn't be able to run as we do. So we are like making the best use of the time that we have. But and because we know that one day we'll die, and that's the motivation and the thing that we have that drive us toward live meaningful, like live as you want, live to its fullest potential, live as you are, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And it's not like that we are the only one who are aware of that. Animals do too. Like, death equals absence. Even in animals, the elephants, if you know, like when some animal, one of their die member, they mourn over them. It's like they know that they are dead. They kind of sense their absence. They know they are gone, and they mourn over them. And they also cry, and it's really beautiful thing that animals do understand what it means. But we as a human, we are so unaware. At the same time, we are the smartest being, but we doesn't have that profound fundamental knowledge about death. It's like most people are like think that, it's like most people fear that because the only thing we fear that because only thing we know is life, and that's kind of a like wonderful line that was said by someone. I don't know his name, but yeah, that's the thing. We don't know that, and that's why we fear it. And it's like many people thinks that when you die, your soul will come out of your body and will can see everything around us, and it would be sad. It's like, but still, like people afraid of that because they are like they don't know. Like I don't know, but why human is wanna live so long? Like even after that they people think that there is something, that has to be something, people like I want to live even after that. It's like what I'm trying to say. It's like we are so afraid of death, like the non-existence, that we are just making stuff up so we can feel comfort. We can, like there are existential questions that when you think about it, it will make you fear, and that's how you believe in this stuff, that yeah, there is something. I would become soul, I would become angel, I would become this and that and all that. So it's like it's just to make you, like it's a psychological thing that it's make you comfort. It makes you feel good about yourself. It's make you secure, and there is nothing wrong with it because, like, but in reality, when we die, we die. There is nothing after that. Like we are, and also there is a really practical thing that it's like only our consciousness die. We don't die. Our physical form doesn't die. It just changes the form. And if you are like yeah, if you are in a grave, then your body will decay slowly, like over time. And if you are from like a religion where if you are in different religion where you would get burned, like you the thing that I'm trying to say is that you would decay slowly if you are in a grave, and in any other religion you would get burned, like in a final, as a discrimination, not like discrimination, but in cremations, that they will burn your body. It's like after that. So it's like a religious thing that people do, like in Islamic religion and the Christianity, we bury the bodies, and in Hindu, we burn them. And so this is the basic concept of death that we have, but it's like people still afraid. I don't know why. Like, um, it's like I'm kind of tripping out right now, and I'm kind of mixing up thing right now. Like I'm kind of thinking about lots of thoughts, things right now. So it's like we when we die, like we just die. It's like there is nothing afterwards. There is no consciousness, there is no conscious experience, there is no soul, there is nothing. It's just that you die, and it's just your consciousness die. The real you that exists inside brain, that thing die. Your body doesn't die. It will be burned off or will be in the ground and will decay slowly, and it will just change the form. It will transfer into heat, into dirt, into soil, into some insect, and yeah, and that's how you change, like in a more practical biological way, that this is how your body will discriminate and from the earth. And it's that this is how the practically you would end. Oh damn, it's like okay. So, and also it's kind of sad, and yeah, it is sad that every single person you know in your life, your mother, father, brother, sister, every single relatives, every single friend who you talk to daily, your friend, your best friend, your school friend, college friend, whatever, every single person you know in your life will die one day. That's undeniable. That's inevitable. You can't change that. And even as if you are a random person watching this video right now, I will die one day too, and you would too. It's that the conclusion is that we don't into like put it in a blunt way that we don't fear death, we fear absence. That is the most painful thing that we experience, the absence, that once someone die, they are gone, they are not here, it's like that absence, and now they only live in our brain through the memories, through the interaction that we had with them. Is that like now they only exist in our brain, like their consciousness is gone, their body is gone, now they just getting faded into memories. Now they will die slowly in our memory. One day, like after a few generations, there will be no one left to remember them. Not even your relatives, not you, not your, like, just think about it. How many times did you thought about your fourth grandfather? Never, right? So it's like now they don't exist. It's like it's a really humbling and so kind of a fearful thought that in few centuries it would not exist. Not a single thing would exist that is related to you. Not even your memories. It's like that. Um, Even things that you have today will be changed. It's like will be thrown away, will be burned, will take someone else. It's just that every single thing that you are related with right now will be gone. Even the people and the materialistic thing, it would just be vanish. And it's like also the death part, that everyone gonna die, right? So many people would fall into the category where it's like nihilism, where if we are, it's like if everyone gonna die, if I gonna die someday, yeah, and you would definitely. So what's the point of living? Why can't I end my life right now? Like that's another aspect of like suicide thing. But it's like yeah, many people would argue that life has no meaning, because in the end we will die. Even if you live the most meaningful, most enjoyable, good life, and there's someone who doesn't live that way, but still both of you will end up dead. Like, so what's the point of it? No matter what you do, you will die. There will nothing be left of you, so why do something? It's like nihilism is the topic. It's a word that describes that life has no meaning and no purpose. But doesn't it make sense that the chances that you are able to watch this video, or maybe you're able to ask this question, is astronomically large, like 1 in a trillion. The life that you have is so rare that it's nearly impossible. Like there could have been thousands, billions of people could have been born at your place, but no, you were lucky enough to have this life and to know that. And it's like it's kind of really personal thing, subjective thing, but it's like, why not, if you have this absurdly rare life, why not live it? It's like I'm kind of so overwhelmed by all the thoughts that I'm having right now. I can branch from this thing to so many different topics and thoughts that will kind of create a new video each time. But yeah, I mean, I'm just every time whenever I'm speaking something, that I'm just fucking focused, like I'm not focusing on the main topic, and I kind of branch off in the different things, thousands of things, and then I took over one ton, and the video topic is so unrelated to my thoughts that it just fucking fuck my mind. It's just that, so it becomes so confusing, and complex becomes so complex, and in the end, when I edit the video, then I realize I fucked up in the video, and then I write description, and that's just so wow, so fucked up. It's like brain is so kind of runs in a autopilot, that not like autopilot, but it's that fucking I don't know sometimes what I think. Just I just branch into something else, and this besides the main topic that we are covering right now. So yeah, life does have meaning if you give it to one. Like life doesn't, like it's an individual thing. Like We don't have a common purpose for life. It's like it's your own thing, it's your own will. You have to give your life meaning. And if you have this absurdly rare, astronomically impossible life, then why not live it? It's like I don't understand why. Yeah, there are lots of time when time gets hard. There are lots of time when time gets hard. You get depressed, you get anxiety. You would ask yourself why, like like why me, like why I am the only one suffering, like why life is so unfair to me. Like it's that, like why am I the only one? It's like it's kind of fall into the category of depression when it's like it's not that it's like that. It's just that you have doesn't have that perspective, like even as if right now, yeah, there are like, yeah, I totally agree that not everyone has a better privileged life as other people do, but that doesn't make you unworthy of living. It's that you have a better opportunity to change that. Change for it, do it for your future generation, do it for yourself. In the end, it's like you're the one who would have the most understanding and the value of the things that you don't have than the people who already have it, as a people who already have inherited through their parents. It's like it depends on how you see the thing, it's how you perceive it. But yeah, life does have meaning and you are the one who is giving it. Like you need to make your own meaning. Life doesn't have a common fundamental thing that you are chasing. It's that do what you want to do. It's like that's the thing. And like yeah, we are kind of shifting from the death to other things. But and yeah, like sometimes if you are maybe one of those who is not feeling well, you must reach out to your friends and family and talk about this, and just don't be so depressed. Like you have this amazing life, how can you be depressed? You have such a beautiful sun that shines every day, that gives you warm light. You have such a beautiful flowers that around you. Just look at your place. It's like it's so good that, and it's so beautiful that you are able to witness that, you are able to see that, you are able to process that. Then doesn't it make it, definitely doesn't, it doesn't gonna make your life easier, but it will give you the sense of self that you are looking for. It's like look around, be with your friends, spend time, watch something, read something, and that's how you know yourself, and that's how you um, get out of the thing that you are not able to convey to other people. And yeah, I do know what it feels like to be in that place, but that doesn't define you. It's like it's a temporary thing that, yeah, many people do take a wrong turn and go in a way that is unreversible and unfortunate. But sometimes it kind of feels sad that they didn't had anyone to tell them what to do, and they never had a real good friend to talk about this thing. And it's kind of makes me really sad at the same time that their friends, even their friends and parents weren't able to understand him. So that's kind of sad. But sometimes like you gotta talk it out, you gotta find someone, you gotta hang out with your friends. Sometimes even as a friend you gotta look for, like not like look for, but you gotta understand your friends as well. You gotta see how they are doing in your life, like sometimes check it out, and this will might prevent these unfortunate events that we see all the time. It's like um so it's your responsibility as well as a friend. Yeah, also, like beside that, we as a human, we are so ingrained that we want to live past our biological physique, like that we want to mark something, we want to left something of us that will stay as a representation of ourselves. But that is so wrong. Even there were fucking thousands of years ago, there were billionaires, there were trillionaires in the past, there were kings who have roamed the earth, there were such a great warriors, such a smart people, everything, so many pinnacle of human race people, but still we don't know them, we don't remind them, so it's just so pointless that you want to be remembered, it's just, who cares, after that there is nothing, so why care, um it's like that isn't bad in sense of if it's biological, if it's chosen one, that's really bad. That is not the answer. If you are maybe fall into that category, just see the world, it's like, and but undeniable fact that one day we'll die, and it's people will get sad about that, but there is nothing to be sad about it. It's like it's the final destination that you have as a human. That's when you finally rest, not in a like, yeah, but this is the kind of a borderline, this is the limitation that we have that kind of forces us to live. Like, why? Let's make the most of it this time, let's make the most beautiful thing that we are capable of doing. Let's live, let's be friends with someone, let's have a relationship, it's like let's be parents and all the things that we do as a human, and that's what's give the life meaning. And because in the end we are all gonna perish into this vast universe, in the end there will nothing be left. And also it's a weird thing that I really like to join, not like join, but I really like to go in a funeral, yeah, if there's a kind of related or somewhere, it's like, so I definitely I wouldn't go in a random funeral, but if there's someone, like most of the time, people my age would kind of mostly denied, like don't go to funeral. I'm not saying that they're bad and anything, but I usually attend most of the funeral that is kind of related to me in one or another way, even if I don't know them, but my parents know them, so I would definitely go. And it's just that when I see them, like their face, and when they are taking them to the end, it's like I just see them and I just wonder about their life, like how wonderful he might have been, how genius he was. Like, I just wonder that I don't know about his life, I don't know about her life, but it just makes me so wonder that how beautiful that person was, But it just makes me more realize that in the end, we are all gonna go this way. So why have regrets? Why do meaningless thing? Not like meaningless, but in sense of like why waste our life doing something that isn't worth, So why destroy yourself? Why not do the thing that makes you happy? It's like how many more cues do you need to live your life? You know what I'm saying? Like when I go there, like yeah, all the people are crying and all the being sad, and I'm just in the corner. I'm just wondering about their life. They're thinking how they have might thought, how they might have in childhood, how they had so many dreams, but they might have never fulfilled that dream, or might they have, or that they have such a beautiful moment in their life that they are still, they probably have still remembered that moments in their last moment. Is that even though I don't know them, but still they had so many interaction in their life that made different people happy. It's like their wife, their kids, their friends, and they they were grateful for him, her, whoever dies. It's like that even after her, even after their death, they are still living us in memories, and it's like they made such a meaningful and such a beautiful impact on so many people that they those people were really grateful for them. It's like that, like that's kind of really humbling thought when I think about it, when I attend funerals. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's really sad at the same time. Like sometimes, like there are lots of people, when someone died, they kind of really happy, like not in sense of that he died, but they're happy because he lived the life he always wanted. Like people are yeah, he lived so good life that he had so much fun. He had explored so many things. He was so cool. He was so chill. He was so good person, you know. It's like it's kind of really beautiful thing that we have as a human, that even in the last moment, when even though they are absent for rest of the life to the people who know them, but still they had such a beautiful life that shaped other people around them and made them happy to have them. You know, it's like, you know what I'm trying to say? Um, we are kind of wandering off to the point of where I'm not really explaining the death, and because we don't know, like, this is the only physical aspect that I know, that we die, only our consciousness. Even when you are looking at someone dead body, you are not really looking at them. That's they are not the real they, you know. It's like they are, it's just that it's their biological body that you are seeing, and that's not they who they are. When you die when your consciousness ends, when you lose yourself, that's when you die. You don't die when your physical body dies. It's like, if you cut my finger, I would still be me. Even if you cut my entire hand, my arms, my limbs, I would still be me. You know what I'm saying? Even if you remove all the parts one after another, and after that, I would still be me, the leftover body. But like, my hand is not me, you know, it's like it's the part of me. It's like, if we kind of remove all that, so at what point the real me is no longer exist, you know. So it's like the real we, the it's the kind of paradox of heap of sand. If you, I don't know if you know about that or not, but it's like, so the thing that is that the real we, that we have the sense of, you know, we have this sense of self. Yeah, this is who I am, is not a physical sense, you know. It's the consciousness that we have, it's the inner monologue that we have, it's the talk that we have with ourselves. That's the we, that's who we are. And when that end, that's when we die. Like, we don't die when our physical body die, you know. It's like we die when our consciousness end. That's how we die, and this is just a biological. When we are looking at a dead body, that's not the who they are. It is just their body, you know. Holy fuck. Oh fuck, it's been 35 minutes. Oh damn, this video is kind of getting out of hand still. So yeah, in the end, I want to say you matter. People think that they don't really matter, and they think that if they die, nobody would remember them. You know, it's like this is the fear that we have. But like, I didn't really explain the death, what it means. Like, I know lots of things about this, but it's like kind of so complicated to explain myself. And maybe the way I said it, all the things, you might sum up that and kind of get the some kind of perspective towards that. But this is what my thoughts are. As fuck, as I told you, like, my thoughts went so wild when I'm talking about this abstract of humans. It just goes in every direction, you know. So still, in the end, you matter. People think that they don't matter, and even if they die, no one would even think about it. But that's not true. People still remember you as a smart guy. People still remember you as a funny guy. People still have you. People still grateful for your friendship. People still look forward for your kindness. People are still thinking about. People are still grateful that they met you. People are still thinks about you. People, you matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are still using the joke that you have told them. Is that they never told you. You know, it's that you matter. That's what I'm saying. It's like um fuck. Damn, this is getting kind of out of. I'm kind of having exponential crisis right now. Whew, that's tough to have a like. Like, I talk this topic just sitting here alone with me and my thoughts. That
part I didn't say. I think the last part was really kind of beautiful, and I said it in a really well mannered format. But I fucked my battery died, and we kind of lost the most valuable thing that I have said in the last part. And I don't fucking even remember what I was saying, but it was really beautiful. That's for sure. And so let's fucking end this video with this another clip. And in the end, I just want to say I talked about friends and everything. So and in next topic will be about friends, and I will be sharing a one story there, so it's gonna be really beautiful. And yeah, like that's pretty much it for this video. And in the end, I did say kind of really beautiful words for an individual being, but I kind of fucked up. I don't remember that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And well, bye. We'll see you in the next video.